Name one Pokemon you wish learned Follow Me to be featured in a video. That's what we're talking about today. Last week, we talked to you guys about name one Pokemon that you wish learned Fake Out, and we got a ton of replies on Twitter.com where I'm asking this question. You guys can follow me at Twitter.com/THATSplusOne, link in the description of this video, so you guys can be alerted for the next time I ask these questions. We're trying to do about one of these little discussion videos a week, and remember guys, the reason we're trying to do this isn't to find out what should actually learn Follow Me. It's really just to find out what sort of people want the game to be balanced, and what sort of people just want to watch the world burn just a little bit. Like, what's the craziest thing people actually think should learn Follow Me? Like, what kind of galaxy brain explosions can we actually have by having this discussion? So let's hop right into it. I said Lucario, right? Lucario should totally have Follow Me. And for those of you guys that don't know what Follow Me is one of the most important moves in VGC doubles. Basically what it does is it redirects all forms of attacks into one of your Pokemon. So the Clefairy line gets it, the Togepi line gets it, and Female Entity. Those are the only 3 line of Pokemon in Sword and Shield to get this absolutely amazing move. It's better than Rage Powder because, you know, Powder is unaffected by, like, Grass types are unaffected by Powder moves. Safety Goggles can ignore Rage Powder. So it's like the primo Redirectorino. And Lucario used to have it up until Gen 8. Lucario used to have it. Lucario and Riolu. And I think they want it back. And I think this is a fair assessment. If you guys think Lucario should get Follow Me back, leave a comment below saying Lucario needs Follow Me back. That's so I also know who's watched until this point. But let's hop into it. What are some crazy ideas people can actually come up with? The very first one, just like last week, I wonder if this is how Twitter knows. I wonder if Twitter knows that this is my girlfriend. But it's my girlfriend. You can go check her out at DeathMaskDivine as well. Oh man, it's a picture. Pumpkaboo, just like last week. Oh my gosh, yo, we got a Pumpkaboo stan over here. So we got her holding Pumpkaboo, man. So yeah, Pumpkaboo getting Follow Me. I can see it, just like Pumpkaboo getting Fake Out. Pumpkaboo could do everything. Not Gourgeist though, not Gourgeist. Only Pumpkaboo. You know, only Pumpkaboo should get Follow Me because it's cute, right? You know, you want to follow where the cute Pokemon's going. It makes sense. It makes sense. I will approve.
I approve.
Follow Me Pumpkaboo. It could be an event mon. There's already event Pumpkaboos. Those make sense. All right. Pikachu had it on event long ago. Did it? I don't think that it did. I think the only event Pokemon that got it are Blastoise. I think Magmar got it. And Electabuzz. And I'm sure there's going to be a million people saying those, but I don't actually think Pikachu had it. You know, Pachirisu had it when it won the 2014 World Championships by Sejun Park. But, I don't think Pikachu had it. Maybe correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Leave some Bulbapedia links for me. Next one up, the Lake Trio. Okay, it'll be interesting to see the Lake Trio getting Follow Me. Giving them another way to stand out versus Cresselia. And Uxie with surprisingly fast speed of 95. It can be one of the fastest bulky Follow Me mons that gets imprisoned. You want to imprison the Follow Me. That's crazy. Yeah, I think the Lake Trio, you know, Azelf's one of my absolute favorite Pokemon. I could see it, like, it's funny, they said, like, they want Uxie to be really good. Like, I think Follow Me Azelf would be amazing, very similar to how, like, Lucario is a little bit of a sweeper. But, like, Mesprit, man. They should just give it to, like, just Mesprit. Because, like, Azelf can be a super strong sweeper, be a great lead, you know. Uxie can be, like, a really bulky wall, Trick Room, and Prismamon, like Cresselia. But Mesprit ain't got nothing. Mesprit gets, like, Ice Beam and Thunderbolt. It gets Bolt Beam. That's pretty much all that it gets. It's, like, a very, very terrible Porygon 2, because it doesn't get a recovery move. So, like, I could just see just Mesprit getting. Also, Mesprit's the pink one. That's the cuter color of the 3, I would say. So it makes sense that they give it something a little bit extra special. Like, Azelf gets Explosion. I don't see the other ones using Explosion. Every one of them deserves their own unique thing. This man is a straight villain saying Dusclops. It already gets Ally Switch. Like, Dusclops comes pre-built in with Follow Me, right? When you see the Dusclops, you're like, I gotta hit that. So I think the Dusclops already has Follow Me. What happens when we click this? Yes. Wise words. Approved. I will say approved only for translation from English by Google. Good job, Google. I could see Alcremie getting it. I could totally see that. When I actually thought of this list, there's about 5 Pokemon that I thought would probably get it to be kind of cool. And Alcremie was one of them. I'm not going to lie. I think Alcremie's pretty cool. You know, it gets that big Decorate. Very similar to Dusclops. You kind of just get this thing off the board when you see it. But like I could see people following me because everyone likes dessert, right? That's how this goes. If any Pokemon is a dessert Pokemon, it deserves to get followed me because everyone's like, yo, you want a sundae? It's like, I could go for a sundae. And you just get followed me, you get redirected. It makes complete sense. Lore-wise, it makes complete sense. Tapu Bulu, huh? Busting out the Bulu with follow me. There's a reason to run Tapu Bulu. Make Tapu Bulu great again. That's the theme of this whole video, I guess. Tapu Bulu is a cool Pokemon. I actually still think Tapu Bulu has like value. I know everyone uses Rillaboom, right? It gets Fake Out. It gets you know, what is that? Grassy Glide, and can do all those cool things. But like Tapu Bulu being a fairy type, fairies get follow me. So that's a big brain. That's a big brain play. So I will like this. I will like Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu is awesome. Ninetales would be great setting up with weather. We talked about this with Fake Out. You can't just load up. All right, let's just think of a scenario, right? You got your Ninetales, and you got your Venusaur, right? It sets the sun, and then the Venusaur is able to go for Sleep Powders or G-Max, and the Ninetales is Sash Follow Me? Like, no. And it's even an ice one, so they can do it with like Ice Ninetales too. It's like, no. Stop it. Like, stop trying to give weather. Like, there's a reason why Weathermons don't get these busted ass moves. Like, they can't be broken. You can't do it. You just can't do it. Like, I could almost see Ninetales getting Ally Switch because, like, it gets a lot of psychic attacks. And they don't even give it that because they know that that's broken. They know that it's broken. The only Weathermon that gets broken moves is Pelipper. They give Pelipper follow me. I like Pelipper. But Pelipper gets, like, Tailwind, Y-Guard, the Icy Wind, Redirection. Like, Pelipper gets some, well, doesn't get Redirection, but Pelipper's awesome. But yeah, Ninetales, no go. That'd be straight busted if they gave it to Ninetales. Nincada. This person wants Shedinja? You couldn't find a Shedinja gif. Okay. Ninjask 2? Oh, man. Like, imagine if Shedinja had it. Just, like, Wonder Guard away everything. It's like, yeah, I just bring like that would be super meta. Like everyone would start using Shedinja, and then you have to guess like, is that Sash Shedinja? Is that Safety Goggles Shedinja? Is that Lum Shedinja? What kind of Shedinja is it? And that would make the game. That'd be kind of nuts. I mean, I think that'd be fun to do like on a fun server. Just because like if everyone's using Shedinja, you're gonna start like finding matchups where like every Shedinja has like Shadow Sneak, and instead of them following, they're gonna be like Shadow Sneaking. And then you'll find matchups where like people go like Entity Shedinja, and you don't know which one's gonna follow me, because if you want to Shadow Sneak the Shedinja, the Entity sets terrain, and then like even if it wasn't terrain, they'd be like follow me away your Shadow Sneak or your Ghost Attack, and it'd be I would actually be down for that. Game Freak, hire this man. I think he's onto something. Claydol. Yo, I stand Claydol. You already saw in the Players' Cup, I used Bronzong. Claydol is pretty much just a ground Bronzong. You know, Bronzong is the steel Bronzong. This is the ground Bronzong. I think one cool thing about Claydol is it has that stabbed earth power. So I've always actually been a fan of Claydol, and I could see Claydol getting Follow Me. It gets an Ally Switch, and it's already really good. You don't really see like Follow Me on Mons that get like hard forms of speed control. So like there's a reason why like Entity Female can't also learn Trick Room. You know, like why Entity Male can. Like, but Entity Female can't, because that'd be a little bit busted. The only Mon that can like kind of almost do those things is like Comfey for the most part. That commonly uses like a redirector and like its Ally Switch. I wonder if people are gonna say Comfey. I could see Comfey getting it. But yeah, Claydol, that's a cool choice. I like this. This is approved. Oh man, it's G-Force. I have Blastoise on my Draft League team. Blastoise apparently had it in Gen 5, which it did. But you couldn't really do anything with it. So I gave it to Blastoise on Showdown, only to sad when I found it no longer gets Follow Me. That's an event only. I don't remember the exact event, but like, if you still want to play with Blastoise with Follow Me, you can play Smogon doubles where you definitely can use it. And one thing about it's not even that like Blastoise getting it is a problem. It's like Blastoise is a Fake Out user that gets Follow Me. So when you have to think about the ability for there to be something that can have Fake Out and Follow Me, you basically realize there's no other reason to run like any other support Pokemon in the entire game. And so you basically just turn your Blastoise into a Smeargle. And if you guys remember Smeargle, for those guys that actually played, there is no playing around that. There isn't. You kind of, every single game is decided on the first turn. And don't even get me started when the Smeargle also has like Dark Void or Spore, which it used to have in previous gens. Blastoise can't do that, but Blastoise can also Dynamax and put up the big Cannonade or Shell Smash, and oh man, that would just be, the Dark Ages are coming back. Blastoise is a cool mon, but I also think that even if it wasn't like the problem of Fake Out being way too good, I think the fact that Blastoise is like a bulky water type with Follow Me would just like completely change the game. It would completely change the game. All of these people that we see running Incineroars and Landorus's, those would be gone. They'd be placed with like Thunderuses, a lot more Zapdoses, Regieleki, which would then force more people to start running more grass types, to start checking the Elekis and the Blastoises, and then that would lead back to people running, like, that would turn into people running more fire types, but then checking by the Blastoise, and then they complain about matchups and 50-50s, and then you start seeing people running Ninetales, and if it's running the Ice Ninetales that also has Follow Me, because someone requested that earlier, that would just be the craziest game of Pokemon anyone's ever seen. But I'll like it, because G-Force is a cool dude. Oh man, here it is. Incineroar. We thought Blastoise with it was bad. Incineroar deserves Follow Me, because he's always the center of attention. Yeah, I agree, it's a pretty weak mon in the current meta. Yeah, Incineroar definitely needs some buffs, I would agree. Just kidding. That would be nuts. So like, Fake Out, Parting Shot, Follow Me, Flare Blitz. Like, holy moly, what do you even do? Like, if you were to lead like Incin Hat or Incin Porygon, it's like, cool, I'm gonna go Fake Out TR, but just kidding. I'm gonna go like Redirect TR. Oh wait, just kidding. I'm gonna max my Incineroar and just end your life, because Incineroar should have like at least 90 points in attack with Adamant if you wanna be a good player. Yeah, I actually think that that'd be really funny. I think that this would... There should be like a showdown format where every single Pokemon can learn Follow Me. I would be super down to see like how it actually worked out. Looks like they actually like... They got a decent amount of likes on this one, and they also replied, oh, so your real answer is Pyukumuku, because it literally has a hand coming out of its mouth, or out of its body when it attacks, and it can synergize with Innards Out. Yeah. I've never been a big fan of that Pokemon, personally, but if there was one Pokemon that's on the list so far that probably should get it, it is this Pokemon. I'll like that. That's an approved. Approved! Yeah, I think Pyukumuku is pretty cool. It doesn't really bring a lot to the table offensively, so it's a very reactive Pokemon, which plays in turn to, like, reactive Pokemon should be the ones that get Follow Me, not busted Pokemon like Incineroar. So, that's a really good answer. All right. Lake Trio or Blastoise? We saw both of those. I'm surprised how many people like the Lake Trio. I wonder which one's this guy's favorite. Talking about watching the world burn. Magmar with Eviolite. Yeah, Magmar used to get it. I'm pretty sure Magmar used to get it. I fought someone one time on like casual battles that hit me with this, and I was like, no. It's so crazy when they actually bust it out. And yeah, like, it's hard to deal with. It's as close as we're gonna get to Incineroar getting in. There's a reason why it's not used today. Yo, give it to everyone. I dig this. This totally works. I want to try a format. Someone make a showdown ladder where every single Pokemon can get Follow Me, and I'll put it on every one of my mons. I think it would be interesting if Donphan got it. It would give a little niche that it wouldn't have otherwise, and it wouldn't be broken at all. One problem. Donphan's not in the game. Yet. I think Donphan's a cool mon. Donphan's cool. I think I could almost see it. Like, I could almost see it. Donphan doesn't really do that much in doubles, like, at all. Like, it's never used in doubles, like, ever, for any reason. It's good in singles. Those are great singles mon. It gets, like, the Rapid Spins, and it gets, like, Stealth Rocks, and Big Earthquake, and stuff like that. And it gets, like, Ice Shard to check, like, dragons and things like that. So it's great in singles. But in doubles, this is poo-poo. Poo-poo doo-doo. So, you know what? I'd be willing to try it. Donphan's a fan favorite, and a lot of people seem to like it, so I could see Donphan getting it. Since it's an egg move for Lucario, I will agree with Riolu. Riolu already supports Stakataka well with coaching, copycat, quick guard, so adding Follow Me as another way to get Trick Room up safely makes it an even better combination. I'm going to like this one just because it's supporting what I said, which is a wise choice. I do think, though, that like all the things about Riolu and Lucario getting that move, Follow Me, they were before, like, Copycat worked that way. Like, there was no max mode before. So you couldn't go, like, max guard Stakataka and Copycat your Trick Room. That didn't work in previous formats because there was no Dynamax. So I think this would make Stakataka, like, absolutely busted, because there's absolutely no way you can play around both Redirection Staka TR and like copycat max card TR. That's just a 50-50, and it would break the game, which is probably one of the reasons why like they took Follow Me from these mons. One way they could solve that is by making Lucario get Follow Me and not Riolo making like a level up move. But yeah, Riolo getting it would be like crazy good. Crazy priority Follow Me boosted by Prankster. There it is. Comfey. Someone said it. I think Comfey's like a really good choice. Going Rapidash, I could see that too. I felt Ponyta, they really hyped up that Pokemon to be really cool. And then it just kind of sucked. You know, we tried using Glory Rapidash. It's a cool mon. But I wish it had like a little bit more. I'm gonna like this tweet. But yeah, I'm left wanting more from the Galarian Rapidash line, so maybe next time. Togamaru. For some reason, I thought it had it at one point. Maybe it just lost it in Gen 8. No, you're thinking of Pachirisu. That was, you know, Sejun Park, former 2014 world champion, using Follow Me Pachirisu, grinding all the way to the top. And Togamaru already gets a bunch of busted shit, so it does not need Follow Me. Not in my house. Someone says Volk. Volk already does get Rage Powder, right? It already gets Rage Powder. And I would say Volk's one of those Pokemon, actually, that you don't actually see a lot at the start of a format. So, like, at the start of Series 9, no one's choosing Volk. But if we were to have Series 9 for, like, 6 months, I guarantee you most teams would start running Volk kind of near the end of that. It was similar to how Lucario actually used to be run back when it got Follow Me. Once metas are 100% figured out, that's when you start seeing these, like, Sash, Suicide Lead redirection mons that also help cover for bad matchups. So, like Volk, for example, is a great Pokemon to alleviate pressure from your teammate, to allow your teammate to set Tailwinds, to allow your teammate to Dynamax, do literally whatever it wants. But also, it's like, hey, just in case you want to, like, set Trick Room with, like, a Cresselia, I'll check you. Just in case you want to use, like, a Ferrothorn or a Kartana that's 4 times weak to fire, I'll check you. And so, Volcarona is a great option. I don't think it needs Follow Me, but I'll still like this because I like bug Pokemon, and Volcarona is awesome. All right, so we got a Shinotic. I don't know how to pronounce this thing. It's another mushroom. Does this thing get Rage Powder? I don't know if it gets Rage Powder, but it's a fairy poison, right? Or fairy grass. I don't know what things. I've never fought this thing. I can see it. Fairies get Follow Me. This thing's a fairy, and I liked the tweet, so it's good. It's good. Approved. Stop it. You can't give it to Porygon 2. You can't do that. You already have Ally Switch. Like, you can't be any more villainous. I know you want to stab the Follow Me, but like you can't do it. It would just you can't do it. Like, it's problematic enough on Clefairy. Imagine if Porygon 2 had Follow Me. No. I can't do it. I can't do it. Gourgeist just because. I wonder if this person would be okay with Pumpkaboo just getting it. The Gourgeist line, I feel there's a bunch of like Gourgeist and Pumpkaboo like stands, and I'm down for it. Sign me up. Gourgeist is awesome. All right, so I was talking to a Rage Potato, this is one of my mods on Discord as well and on Twitch. We both think that this is probably the right answer, but the reason I open up with Lucario is because like that gets the people to click it, because like Lucario is much more common and it creates more hype, people seeing the Lucario, especially on Twitter. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I think Audino is like a great option for actually getting Follow Me. Right now, there's not that much of a reason to ever run one of these things. It's not quite like a Chansey. It's not quite like an Indeedee, even though it looks like an Indeedee. It's just normal typing, you know, it's lost its Mega Evolution. I think Audino would be a great Pokemon to get Follow Me. It would completely change the Follow Me metagame to where you could run this thing and swap out Indeedee's Dark type and Bug type weakness for like a fighting weakness, and you could just run it as like a different Indeedee. It gets so many cool unique support moves that I don't think it would break the game if this thing got Follow Me. It would just be like a really, really, really good Follow Me mon, and it would just change the matchups to where like everything that's made to 100% deal with Indeedee would have to also respect Audino as well. So I think it's a great option and most definitely approved. Gardevoir. I could see it. Like, Game Freak caters those Pokemon so much. I like Gardevoir too. It's one of my absolute favorites, but like it's in Pokken Tournament. It's one of the absolute fan favorites going back all the way back to Gen 3. Everyone likes Gardevoir, and I feel like Hatterene was like an attempt to capitalize on like, let's remake a Gardevoir, and that's pretty much just what they did. I definitely think this Pokemon could totally get it. I could see it. If there was one Pokemon that would be given Follow Me just for fan service, it would probably be Gardevoir. It was a purification move for Mr. Mime, but I feel it makes sense and should be a part of its moveset naturally, and Chansey just to watch the world burn. No Chanseys, not today. We're never gonna have that discussion. But yeah, Mr. Mime used to get Follow Me, didn't it? I think Mr. Mime got Follow Me up until Gen 7, or until Gen 8, right? I think it had it back in Sun and Moon. I'm pretty sure. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, like, Mr. Mime's a great option. It's great. It's totally great. And it wasn't broken. And it was a fake out Follow Me user that wasn't broken because it wasn't Blastoise. But also got like wide guard, screens. Mr. Mime, actually, the whole Mr. Mime and Mr. Rhyme lines get tons of cool moves that I would highly recommend you guys check out. But yeah, I could totally see it on Mr. Mime, but not on Chansey. Never on Chansey. Lunatone and Solrock. I could see it. I could totally see it being on Lunatone and Solrock just because they don't get anything. I've had some people ask me like, I want to use Lunatone. I have a shiny Solrock. I want to use it. I'm like, I'm sorry. I apologize for your loss. Just because, like, there's nothing that these things really do. They look kind of cool. And even in, like, Sun and Moon games, like, you'd think they have something, but they don't get it. Yeah, they get Ally Switch, but that's not good enough. I think it'd be cool to have them on those, because those are really unique typing, especially on the Solrock. So that'd be kind of cool to see. Wobbuffet. You know what? I'm going to like this one. I'm going to approve it just because there's Pumpkaboo in the GIF. I always like seeing all the GIFs people use. But Wobbuffet getting it. That'd be busted. Not even... because Wobbuffet's like, you know, Wobbuffet used to be an Uber back in singles in Gen 4. But, yeah, Shadow Tag Mons with Follow Me is a little bit kind of broken. And also another thing is, like, is he going to follow me or is he going to use counter? Is he going to use Mirror Coat? Do I attack it? Do I not attack it? Like, what do I do? I think it would be a little bit kind of broken on Wobbuffet. Like, I would say that would put Wobbuffet as, like, a top 10, top 15 used Pokemon, like, immediately. And then, like, it would completely change the meta from that point. A lot more people would start using taunts. Then you start seeing like Mental Herb, Wobbuffet, and then like games would be straight best of one if this happened. But I think it'd be cool. I think Wobbuffet's a cool mon. I think more people should use Wobbuffet. I think there should be a reason to use Wobbuffet other than straight memes. And so I liked it. And I think Wobbuffet's it's a fun choice. And, you know, I definitely would be open to being proven wrong if they ever gave it to it. Because I could see it. They give it a lot of cool... You know, Wobbuffet didn't used to have, like, Encore and all those other moves, too. They got it from when the Why Not line happened. So, like, I could see them throwing that on there. I could see it. Are you kidding me? Kofa Grigus. Which one? There's two. There's the Ghost one, and there's the Ghost Ground one. But in all reality, I could almost see it. I think it would be a little bit broken. I think if they were to give those Pokemon Follow Me, they'd have to tweak their stat lines. But, like, a Follow Me Mom with Mummy... that would be kind of cool for the Ghost one. And I almost want to say that could be kind of fun, but I do think Kofa Grigus is a little bit too bulky. Like, if you look at the Follow Me Mons, a lot of them aren't so freaking bulky. They're not really even walls. Like, Togekiss isn't a wall. Like, Entity isn't a wall. These things have almost like 100 base offensive stats. Clefairies aren't walls, they're Clefairies. You know, Pachirisu's not a wall. And so you can't really give Follow Me to, like, the walls, respectively. Things that have, like, hundreds of base defensive stats. Otherwise, you know, just a little bit broken. Meowstic. Okay, I could almost see that. I feel like with Meowstic, though, that I'd rather just run Entity, even if it had Follow Me. And I'd only ever really run it as, like, a weird fake-out Follow Me, like, Psychic Helping Hand Mon. I'd run it like Sash, like a Suicide Lead. So, like, I almost want to say if that's how it's gonna be, it shouldn't exist, because it would just make the game a lot more degenerate, because you don't know what kind of Meowstic it's going to be. It could be like Switcheroo Eject Button, it could be Follow Me. Like, Meowstic already has like 5 or 6 different things it can do that you have to respect, and every time you see one in a team preview, it makes the game a little bit cheesy. So, like, I think that it's cool. Maybe you give it to the one that has competitive, kind of like how they did with Entity. Like, give it to just the female one. I think that could be really cool, actually, and I would 100% support that. Every party has a pooper, and that's why they invited you, right? Guard split, minimize Chansey. Some people just want to watch the world burn, that's right. Yeah, I'm about to put Sacred Sword on everything. Yeah, that'd be nuts. You know, Chansey already gets Ally Switch, and one of my favorite things to do with Chansey is get, like, my max evasions and just spam the Ally Switch. You literally just click it every single turn, because it doesn't even matter at that point. And it's a lot of fun when you get to that situation, but... that is definitely villainous. I'm going to go to the Translate. One of these days, the Translate's going to give us something really cool. Nope. Still bad. I said, like, correct it, Google, not just leave it broken. Amoonguss. It's a little bit sus. I actually think Amoonguss already gets Rage Powder. Doesn't need Follow Me. Don't make the broken Pokemon that's literally the best Rage Powder user in the game even better. That'd be... You can't give those things to walls. You can't give Follow Me to walls. Rage Powder has big things that do play around it, right? You can use a grass type. You can use safety goggles. There's no counter to Follow Me. You gotta just have to deal with it. Blastoise would be in such such a better support mon if it got it back. I mean, I feel like a lot of people are asking, like, they got it back. It's like, I don't think any of these people really played with it. Not to, Rotovic, I'm not trying to single you out here. Everyone's like, Blastoise, Magmar, and I'm like, y'all didn't play with it. You don't understand. You guys have never fought against this. Like, you do not understand how broken that is, especially on Blastoise, which gets so many good moves in Gen 8. It gets, like, Shell Smash now. It can go for, the Gmax Candidate. It's actually the best dot. There are Grass Pokemon in every team. There are Fire Pokemon in every team. Not every team has a Watermon, They might have a Feeny, and that's it, maybe, if you're fighting a really good player. But, like, oh my gosh, like, it's so freaking good. Blastoise is already busted where we're using a team in a couple days. We're going to show it off. And after I show it off, you guys are never going to want to see Blastoise again. Because you're like, wow, that Pokemon's stupid good. Imagine we got Follow Me. I can get behind this. I actually really like Lantern with Follow Me. Because Lantern doesn't pack a whole lot of support. And I feel like a lot of the times, if you ever want to use a Lantern, there's not that much reason to ever use Lantern over something like a Rotom Wash. In this current format, actually, a lot of you guys don't know, I used to write articles for a website back in 2014. And I wrote an article one time talking about the usefulness of Lantern as opposed to Rotom Wash, because it forces your opponent to respect both the Volt Absorb and the Water Absorb, and so it can be used in very similar ways. They get very similar moves, and can be built very similar if you're going with a defensive style. So like, I could see Lantern getting it, and I would really like that, because it would force people to respect both of those abilities, and I could see that. Like, Lantern's not so bulky that it's a problem, and it's not so strong that it doesn't stand alone without Follow Me. So like, I could see that. Like, a meta that has more Lantern would force more Landorus, which would just, again, Lantern can still beat the Landorus, and so that's a matchup that, like, wouldn't change the meta that much. And I think that could be balanced. I will like this. This is approved. Yeah, this person says, I was curious to see how many can use it in Sword and Shield, and holy moly, it's just these guys. Yeah, the Clefairy line, the Togepi line, and just female Entity. We should be glad there are not that much Follow Me user. Same for Rage Powder. I agree. Most teams, when people are building teams, if you can, you should definitely try and fit in a redirection of some sort. Rage Powder, Follow Me. More often than not, a lot of these Pokemon share the same weaknesses. So it's like, most Rage Powder users are grass types, other than like Volcarona. So they're all going to be weak against Ice. Togekiss weak against Ice, which means you got to use Clefairy. If you're using Clefairy or Togekiss, you can't really put any other Steel weaknesses on your team, which means you can't really use Rock types, can't use other Fairies, and it makes team building kind of hard to fit these in sometimes. Same thing for Entity. You don't want to stack a ton of Ghost weaknesses because Pult will just run you over. And even if you have the Entity to Follow Me, like, Pult still runs you over. So it's really hard to balance, especially because a lot of these Pokemon, to get these all have the same defensive typing. And so that's another reason why, like, you can't just put it on Blastoise. The meta is built around the Pokemon to get the busted moves being weak against certain things that are already in teams. Like, for example, you don't want to stack like a ton of these weaknesses. Like, if Togekiss and Blastoise got it, like, Togekiss, yeah, it still has the electric weakness, but Togekiss also has like steel weakness, poison weakness, rock weakness. Blastoise is just the two. It's just the electric, it's just the grass. Those can be super mitigated by things like Lightning Rod and things like even Sap Sipper, for example. Like, if I were to have a Sap Sippermon as my teammate, and you want to, hit my Blastoise, I could have my teammate use Ally Switch that turn. I don't know if there's any Ally Switch mons that get Sap Sipper, but that'd be sick. I kind of want to try that now, even without Follow Me. But that's busted. You see what I mean. At least this person didn't say Politoed. I like that. Good job. Good job. This tweet includes words I muted. What do I mute? I think I have Pokemon muted. Or like, I think I have VGC muted on Twitter. Let's find out. Alright. Be funny if a Pokemon that like to... That's Pokemon. Dance. So, Lucario, you say you don't think Ludicolo should get it. I think that'd be busted. That'd be just as busted as Blastoise. But Blossom. I could see Blossom almost getting it. That was definitely one of the thoughts that I had when I built this list. I think Blossom would be a cool Pokemon to get it. This person says, please say Maractus. I mean, there's Maractus. Sure, Maractus can have it. Yo, you know what? Approved. There we go. I'm just happy this person, look at this person. They're striving for balance. They want that dancing. They want the lore to be correct. But they want balance. They're not just saying Politoed and anything broken. So I can see that. Quillfish getting Follow Me. Now, that's a weird one. That's a weird one. Because Quillfish gets Intimidate. Also gets Swift Swim. But Quillfish is also bad. Like, it's also not great. It's probably had its best use in, like, 2017 with, like, Water EMZ. And it was used as, like, a Swift Swim Rain abuser. I think Quillfish is cool. I think Quillfish is liked by a lot of people. But I really do think that That'd be weird. I think that'd be weird. But I'd be down to try it. I would totally be down to try it. That'd be a cool thing to test. I think there'd be a higher possibility of Rage Powder, though, because it's like a poison. So, like, maybe it could use a powdery move. Maybe they should make a poison-type Rage Powder that would be unaffected by, like, Steel Mons. That'd be really cool. I could see that. Cool if I should get it. Yo, wise choice. Sableye. Man, Sableye's one of my absolute favorite bonds. I've used so much Sableye over the years. I think Sableye's really cool. But I do think that it'd be a little bit broken if Sableye got it. Yeah, there's a reason, like, ghost types don't get it. Ghost types are already immune to, like, normal and fighting moves, which are everywhere. Sableye, every time Sableye ally switches, it's straight busted. And so I do think giving it a Sableye would be a little bit busted. But, yeah, that'd be cool. I'd be down to try that. I love Sableye, and so any excuse to use more of it. Sableye's already such a problem to fight against. It's very similar to Meowstic, right? It's like, is he gonna fake out me? Is he gonna quash me? Is he gonna will-o-wisp me? Is he gonna ally switch me? Is he gonna go protect teammate foul play? Or is he gonna be sash metal burst? Like, what's it doing? If you add follow me into the mix there, there's just so many things it can do that I think that might be a little bit broken. Just a little bit. There it is. Politoed. No. Not approved. You can't give it to the bulky water types, especially the weather setters. Stop it. Why do people think this is a good idea? Like, why? Why? Why do people think that you could just give it to Chansey? I thought Chansey's the villain. Is everyone a villain? Everyone just wants villains to win? What about justice? No one wants to fight for justice anymore. Speaking about villains. Imagine Shedinja with follow me. That's an amazing gif. I was caught off by surprise. That's what would happen. You'd be like, oh, it's a Shedinja. I can win. It's like, bleh! And you just lose immediately because Shedinja's busted. We must all follow the guru. Okay, I think Oran Guru is a cool mon that could, like, aesthetics-wise, totally use follow me. Like, instruct, follow me. Those are very similar types of, you know, you go like this and you instruct, or you go like follow me and you're like, follow me over here, everybody. He's using his hands and stuff like that. He's like, hey, follow me. But Oran Guru's like absolutely busted. Normal Psychic type, such a good defensive typing. You know, Inity gets it as well. I think the fact that this guy already gets like Inner Focus can be built with like Mental Herb. There's so many different sets this thing can get, and I've said over the years that this is one of those Pokemon that I'm so thankful didn't become like meta defining. Because when you meta define the game by Oran Guru, it was very small for a time in 2017, but like Oran Guru is one of those Pokemon that it's best of one, straight to best of one, because you don't know if it's Mental Herb, you don't know if it's Lumberry, you don't know if it's like Citrus, Dark Reduced Berry. There's no real way to like guarantee stop Oran Guru from a team preview. Like when good players play against each other, I can generally tell you the items, the movesets, EVs, for the most part, again, on every single one of the opponent's teams, we play a nice standard game and it's a lot of fun. Oran Guru is like, hey buddy, I have like 15 things I can do and you can't stop all of them. Or maybe you can, but you don't know which one I'm going to do. And so if you want to lead with the thing that stops 14 of them, well, I'll just lead with the one that, you know, loses to the one most really obvious thing that you didn't lead with because one of your leads were stopping 14 of my different things. And so if you had follow me into that as well, like, oh my gosh, like imagine a board where you go like Oran Guru Staka, right? And you can, both those things can set TR. They can go double TR. They can go follow me with the Oran Guru TR. They can go ally switch with either of the things in TR. And then the Oran Guru can like, the Oran Guru, like maybe he just trick him with the Oran Guru and like rock slides with the Staka, and then you get the instruct double triple rock slide, and then you also have the ability to like bulldoze the Staka Taka to proc a policy, and then next turn you go in for all those things, and it's like, oh my god, it's like Oran Guru is just so nuts. It's so good. And if they gave a follow me, there would never be a reason to use Inity ever again. Ever again. But I like this tweet. Umbreon. You know, people talk about the evolutions in the last video too. Umbreon wouldn't be the one to get it. I think Sylveon would get it. Because it's a fairy. Right? That's a move that the fairies get for the most part. Umbreon would be better using ally switch because the only villains do that. And Umbreon's like a dark, mysterious villain. Stop it. So many Chanseys. I swear, every single person that says like Chansey for this, like, I'm not saying we need to cancel people, but like we need to take all these players and we need to like make them go play their own tournaments. Like we need to make them play their own game. Like they need their own ladder where they can be degenerate. Like let them fight with their follow me Chanseys on their own ladder. Eldegoss. I can almost see that. Eldegoss, no one uses this Pokemon and it's actually really, really good. It still gets Sleep Powder, still gets a bunch of really cool moves. All of its abilities are actually good. I could see it getting Rage Powder. I'd give it a Rage Powder. I would give it the Rage Powder. That's the best that I'll do, and I would say that wouldn't break the game. That'd be a cool addition to the Rage Powder family. Yeah, you can't do it, but they put Flip Turn on it too. Like, Flip Turn, Icy Wind, Follow Me, Fake Out. Like, no. Yeah, you could go play Doubles OU and tell me how busted that is and how every single team has it, and then you come back and tell me that that's what you want. By the way, Doubles OU doesn't have Dynamax, so add Dynamax and the fact they can add a Cannonade there, and it's straight busted. And we've reached the part. Show additional replies, including those that may contain offensive content. Offensive content. What's more offensive than all the Chanseys that we've seen and all the Politoads? Let's find out. Flygon. Okay, Xatu. Okay, I'm down. I saw the Flygon, and I was like, no, these Flygon stands. Like, the only thing I hate more than all these Chansey players is the people thinking that the Flygon deserves things. But you know what? Xatu getting it. Yeah, I think that would actually be kind of cool. Having it on a Matrimon's Mon could actually be cool. Xatu's not so broken. Xatu's so frail, right? That it's a great option. Yeah, I could totally see that. That's a really good one. I'm gonna like this. Even though they have Flygon, they had Flygon getting, is it getting dumpstered? Someone's getting hit. Oh, Xatu's getting hit by Flygon. I'm not gonna like it. I'm gonna say that I would have liked it, but this is feeding into, this is probably a gift they had to find of like, this was originally probably uploaded to Twitter, so people could say that Flygon was good, and I don't support that, so we're not gonna like it. Arcanine with Follow Me. I mean, no. No, you can't have one Pokemon do everything. It already gets Snarl, Flare Blitz, Will-O-Wisp, Morning Sun recovery moves. Like, nope. I agree. This is offensive content. Phalanx. I could see that. I could actually see it. I actually think this wouldn't break the game. I don't think it would break the game. Because it's a Defiant Mon, and none of those Mons get moves like this. But also, like, there's a ton of them. So all of them, like, aesthetics-wise, like, lore-wise, using Follow Me, like, hey, over here. I could see that. I could totally see that. I think that, like, Phalanx, like, redirecting things by, like, jumping in the way and stuff like that, like, I think aesthetics-wise, that's great. This is awesome. I don't think it'd break the game. And Phalanx is a really cool Mon with, like, no retreat, but, like, the thing is, like, Fake Out would still beat this. Like, you could have a Haster Fake Out Speed Mon just Fake Out this thing to stop both the Follow Me and the no retreat. So it's not even something that would break the game. So, yeah, I think that'd be really cool. Ah, yes. Offensive content is shown. Chansey, so I can have it Follow Me while at +6 evasion. Twitter, they know what is offensive. And it's this. I wonder why this is seen as offensive content. But, Twitter's correct. No, thank you. Follow Me at +6 evasion. Not in my house. Not in my house. Just wondered, Jirachi should learn Follow Me. Jirachi, I could totally see them giving it to Jirachi. I almost want to say I thought Jirachi had Follow Me through an event, like way back when. I'm pretty sure you can actually use Follow Me Jirachi on Doubles OU. You can totally correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it actually gets it. So think about going and checking that out. Imagine if Shuckle got Follow Me. That'd be nuts. Similar to Cofagrius, like, you can't put it on things that are, like, super bulky just because it would super break the game, I feel. I feel like Shuckle's one of those Pokemon that's already hard to beat. You, like, need Fake Outs, taunts, and, like, big moves to get it. And Shuckle is already a problem, I would say. So putting Follow Me on it would be a little bit busted. It just lets the Chansey go for all those boosts. Oh, man, that'd be nuts. Definitely offensive content. I'm terrifying, fear me. I could see Klefki getting it. That'd be kind of cool, actually. It's a fairy type. I think that, like, lore-wise and aesthetics-wise, putting it on fairies is still, like, on brand for Follow Me. And again, it doesn't really break the game because it's still weak against things like Landorus, for example, Incineroar. It doesn't change up the meta too much because people are already running the checks to it. So I'm definitely more inclined to put it on Pokemon that have those standard meta weaknesses. But also, like, Klefki could set screens, like a Screens Mon with Follow Me. But, like, priority screens, like a Prankster Follow Me Mon, this is probably one of the only ones that could, like, use it and not absolutely break the game. Because, like, Meowstic gets so many cool different things and has such a high base speed tiering in addition to Fake Out. That's why Meowstic can't get it. Same for, like, Sableye, for example. Sableye's not weak against the same amount of things, but Klefki has the same weaknesses. Yeah, it can go for screens. Yeah, it can go for switcheroos, but it doesn't really deal the damage. So I think it could be cool on Klefki. I don't think that would break the game. It might change the meta a little bit and force more people to use, like, Brick Break and screens, but it still takes neutral damage to that said Brick Break, so it's actually probably pretty balanced. So that was pretty much it. Like, look at this. We did it. We had so many replies. And I want to say thank you guys. Remember, you guys can follow me at Twitter on Twitter at twitter.com/THATSAplusONE. There's a link to it in the description. We're trying to do at least one of these a week. So if this is something you guys like, something you want to see more of in the future, think about leaving me a comment below and letting me know what I should ask you all next time. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.